Oh, my name's Fox Ryan, so the Inanimate Fox. It's a little, that's probably just because that. And I'm back. Different background. Now, instead of white, it's green. This is also isn't going to be my permanent setup. Like, honestly, right now, I don't even have my tripod. I actually have the camera on top of a box that is containing Sasuke's complete Susanoo pop figure. That's not a joke. Sasuke's badass. Also now I have Kurama, Sasuke's complete Susanoo, and also Kurama Susanoo pop figures. But anyways, Superman. So I'm FYI, just quick update. I'm not gonna be streaming for a minute. I need to wait till my room and everything's finished being made, and once that's done, I should then be able to, have a TV and hook everything up and then be able to stream Legend of Zelda and everything else separate again. So yeah, and also I'm going to be reviewing the Superman episodes as well as Dragon Prince and hopefully Twisted Metal. That being said, Superman, because by God, does this entire week suck? Or this entire week, I was like all I'm hearing is people bad-mouthing Lois. And I'm just like, why? And then they said it, and then they're comparing her to Amber from Invincible, and I'm like, oh no, because I think I reviewed Invincible, right? I think I did. I do not like Amber in that, specifically because of the one scene where she gets mad at her boyfriend for being a superhero saving people. I hate that woman. I hate her. Like, I looked at her, I'm like, no, I hate you now. I hate you a lot. And then the best news I heard, spoilers for Invincible, we'll skip ahead like a few seconds. Best news I heard is that eventually the main dude Invincible gets with Adam Eve, which I'm like, yes, that works. Makes more sense. And she's less of an asshole. So yeah, I hate that. I hate Amber. I hate Amber. And I legitimately am worried for the next episode, because the next episode is the one that apparently Lois says it. Well, this one she actually finds out. But pretty much a few things. One, this is another episode that's pretty much starting off, that's pretty much setting up what's going to be, so I'm using this guy's thing of it. This is pretty much one that sets up everything that happens. Pretty much Gus, and Clark here, I don't know if they're filling in for, I can't remember, but they're filling in, they're pretty much going into to interview for, like, a fluff piece for, like, popping, who's the best bachelor or whatever, and Lois is like, no, we're not doing that. What we're doing, we got into this high smancy, party for Dr. Amazo, and pretty much we're going to... Why does it look fuzzy? Hold on. Oh, because there's dust on the lens. Still looks a little... It looks a little cleaner. All right. So, so yeah, these guys all get... So Lois, like, we are actually going to be reporters. We are actually going to be reporters, and we're actually going to tell the news. Goes over very poorly. What was it? Like, if I could check the notes. Let me see. The notes here. Let me see. Check the notes. Dr. Ivo Amazo. Yeah, the Amazo, like the Ivo, he pretty much set up this whole, pretty much like he's apparently maybe working for the mob, or at least has connections with the mob, has completely displaced an entire neighborhood. His competitors, like, places have, like, set a fire on accident. Like, stuff like that. Like, he's a crooked dude. Also, he gives his own intro. He's like, Dr. Ivo! And he's the guy who runs Amazo. So if you, like, saw Amazo in the last few episodes, the company, yeah, that's him. It also looks like he's actually, I guess, had a hand or gotten his hands on a shit ton of Kryptonian tech, which Kryptonian tech is a major point in this series, obviously, when it is kind of the crux of all this, which, again, like, I want to say this too, because like some people are mad. Like I know some people talking about this because Parasite is in this. Which spoilers, it's Amazo. Parasite is this, and he looks very different from what the original Parasite looks like. Where, yeah, because sorry the quality's a little shit, but this one has like the most like clips I think that I can use. But he looks like this, and then what is it? He like evolves, have like a tail and all this shit. I'm like, I love this. That is a cool ass design. I like the robot mech suit. That looks bad. And it is kind of like the was it Banshee's helmet, where it's like that Evangelion type of style thing. And I'm like, it's funny because I'm looking at this and I'm looking at Susano thing, and it kind of looks similar. Like that Evangelion kind of style of look, like mechanical stuff. And I honestly like that. I kind of like that. That's kind of like, I guess, the Kryptonian style of tech, and that's fucking cool. I like that a lot. And obviously it's very different from the Parasite of the other ones, but also like the regular Parasite is just like purple dude, touches shit, absorbs. It's like, yeah. This one, he's like, he has a suit that like channels everything, but then eventually he gets all messed up, and I'm sure eventually he'll get like another version of the suit. But I like this mechanized suit. It looks cool. It fits that idea that I love of like the mechanized stuff like that. And like people complain about this show like changing it from like how the comics were. God, I hope none of you guys like the Batman if you have a problem with this, because the Batman was a really good show and it changed a lot of shit, like especially Joker, which honestly I really liked the Joker in that one. Probably one of the best Jokers. But also like another thing that's this whole thing is the three best friends are getting sent here to do the reporting and all that. Yeah. He's going to report on that, where Luz and Clark are kind of taking this out more as a date. Also, like they're going to stuff like that, but also Gus, he gets told by Luz that they're pretty much going to have to figure out. They got to figure out new ways to figure out about Superman, because dude's totally a liar. He's totally lying. No one just does things to help people, which I love that that's a thing that's like a constant theme. Like, because eventually even Ivo, like when they're fighting and like he gets beaten by Superman, he asks like, what is your angle? Why are you doing this? And Superman just goes like, is it really that hard that I just want to help people? Like, I love that. I love the idea. Because, again, that's what Superman is. And, like, it's funny because I just watched, like, the Superman, or, like, it also, here's when Ivo gets beaten up. Because Clark's like, because obviously, like, his whole thing is absorbing power. Which is, like, it's less, like, I think just, like, absorbing power in general. It's like kinetic energy, which honestly I think you could have just jumped out of the building and probably would have saved yourself some. Anyways, Clark very much doesn't fight him and lets the suit kind of burn itself out, with just straight like. Ugh. Kind of would have liked that the suit was like permanently bonded to him, but like he kind of just gets. Which I guess it kind of is, because like you see like his eyes still messed up, so I'm assuming like that's a permanent part of him now. But yeah, like this. Hold on.
You ruined me. What's your angle? What's in this for you?
Dr. Ivo, look around you. Is it that hard to believe that some people just want to help?
I love that, because yeah. That's 100% what I love. Yeah, and honestly, like I saw that as a DC Online like cinematic where Superman comes in and just starts killing people and stuff like that. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I kind of hate that version of Superman. Like, I hate the idea of Superman because, yeah, Superman is hope. Batman is fear. Superman is hope. And that's what Superman should be. It's the idea of like, why are you doing this? Because I want to help people, you dumbass. Like, is it that hard to think? Like, yeah, like, I'm not, like, I don't, there's no monetary gain. I don't want fame. I just want to help people. Like, I love that. That is a hero. That is a badass thing. I love that a lot. I like to bring up the Amazing Spider-Man movies. It's because of what Gwen tells Peter before he ever gets his powers, when he helps that one kid with Flash. He tells him, like, she says, when Peter gets the shit kicked out of him. She tells him, like, that was brave. Stupid, but brave. Yeah, he's not doing that. And that similar thing. It's like, what do you gain out of this? I gained trying to help this person. That's it. That is the only gaining that I gained out of this, is trying to help people. And that's a hero, and that's what I like. Versus, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, he's like, I don't want to be. I fucking hate that. But anyways, so, also I got a new seat. Or, technically it's my old seat, but it's way better than the fold-out chair. I was like, oh, God. Anyways, yeah, so that's Soup's whole thing. Also, do they show him? But yeah, so, like, that's Super whole thing. And I love that. I love that, like, because Lois doesn't believe it. This guy doesn't believe it. No one believes that Superman is just here to help people. And I love that a lot. I honestly kind of think it's honestly really cool. And also, like, I'm trying to think, like, would I want Superman in Gotham instead of Metropolis? I'm kind of thinking about that. Because obviously Metropolis is his, and, like, Metropolis is shining, futuristic, and all this shit. And I like that. That's actually really cool. But also, like, how more of a message would that send if he was somewhere in Gotham where it is corrupt? And I guess this place probably is also, I guess Metropolis is, in a sense, its own version of corruption. But, like, how, like, a city that is more or less super corrupt, like that, and it's just like, I just want to help. Because, yeah, I love bats. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I do feel like bats also kind of feeds into that whole thing with Gotham. Like, imagine, like, and, like, it's very interesting. Because at least, like, yeah, like, Superman has obviously Metropolis, but Metropolis is a shining beacon, like, very shiny, like, golden showers, and then Gotham is dark and moody and all that shit. It's like, if you switch the heroes around, it does kind of paint them, like, in such a different kind of light. Like, Superman is 100% a ray of goddamn light and sunshine in Gotham, where in, like, somewhere like Metropolis, like, Bats is, like, would be probably seen as, like, too dark, too, like, fear driving, and like it's kind of interesting, like the different guardians of these different cities. But yeah, like I don't know. I love that. I love this a lot. Like Clark is a badass. Superman is a badass, and because of him being here, because he's that race, and because he's the pure good, and I love that way more than them trying to make him some kind of killer or some shit. Also, this dude's, the Mr. Amazo or Ivo's, apprentice is Alex here, which Lex, and also Amazo is the -- tower, as the highest tower, and is, the big company in this city, but, eventually at the end, when all the technology is gone, I wonder who has all that, who's going to build his own company, and, so maybe switch the name for Amazo to LexCorp. Oh, I have no goddamn idea. Also, he got punched by Lois. But, yeah, so this is, and also, another thing I actually kind of like is that Ivo is pretty much, and pretty much, like, how everyone's kind of, like, saying, like, what is your angle? Why are you here? Like, to Clark, to Superman, like, it all sets, it's like the setup for Lex. Like, 100%, because Lex's whole thing is, like, there should only be man, not, Superman. There should, like, no one ever does any of this for free. Like, stuff like that. Like, that is Lex's whole thing. So you kind of already see the seeds planted for that to occur. To see when Lex will become Soup's main antagonist. To see when, like, he will use probably the fear of, like, the idea of, like, a Superman, like, a man who's to gain power. Or, like, just so he can start his own League of Villains and shit. Like, I like that a lot. It's really goddamn cool. Also, I do love that Lois, like, when Clark says maybe he just wants to help people. And Lois is like, maybe that's what you would do, Clark, but we're not talking about you. I'm like, yeah, you are. I love that. Gus with his camera. Oh, yeah, Gus has a whole thing with his cameras. Or Jimmy Gus has a whole thing with cameras that he likes, which is kind of funny. Lose note, ask about corruption, laws broken, cover them all. The small topics. Tony Ivo is the dude's full name of Amazo's company owner. And it's funny because I'm just thinking Tony Stark. At one point Ivo tries to, like, before Superman comes, he's like, hey man, you're like a linebacker, to Clark, and like punches him in the chest. He's like, ah, what the, like, he actually tried to punch him. I'm like, okay. And also I do love that Ivo goes on to straight say like he's like, because after, like, his company's, like, pretty much in the dirt. Like, the money's gone and all this stuff. Which, again, it's setting up for this man to take over. He's in the dirt and all that stuff. And Ivo kind of goes, like, hey, Clark, like, when Clark pops up, hey, look. How about you get an exclusive piece and you forget everything that happened here. And I'll let you even check out my, meet some of the best bachelorettes in Metropolis. And then Lois kind of comes in the screen like she drops some cake on her, then eats it. And I'm like, I love this girl. And then he goes, ugh, not her. Clark took that personally. Clark took that shit personally. He's like, you did not just diss her. I'm like, I'm going to end your entire career. Which, one thing I actually really love, because it's, again, I'm going to bring up Spider-Man again. Spoilers for the ending of the PS5 Spider-Man. There's a scene where Peter and Miles are, like, lifting a desk or moving Peter into a new home, and eventually, like, Miles reveals, I have powers, and then Peter's like, I'm Spider-Man, so I can teach you about how to use those powers. And it's then someone, like, on Twitter, like, someone brought up a comment, like, or maybe it was that scene, like, someone brought up a comment, they said, like, you do realize that these two dumbasses, for, like, however many hours, were both pretending the shit was heavy while moving it into Peter's office, or Peter's new home. And I'm like, yeah, I just realized it's the same thing here, because at one point, Clark gets thrown out of the party. Well, it's not here, but at one point, Clark gets thrown out of the party, and, like, he has to let these guys throw him out, and I'm like, that's so damn funny to me. God, look at that. That suit looks badass. I don't care what anyone says. I'd rather see this than purple Parasite dude. But, yeah, and, like, he gets thrown out, Jack gets ripped, Lois has a sewing kit, sews it up, and, like, they have a little heart-to-heart with each other. I love how, like, the scenery looks a little bit glowier as Clark wants to tell Lois that he's Superman, but then Lois gets mad and, like, he's like, it's all Superman's fault. And he's like, oh shit. And also, it doesn't help too that, again, when I brought up with Gus with pretty much Lois and Gus start looking through tabloids to try to find Superman. Which happens, there is one tabloid about a flying boy who came to save some people. Picture was taken. Clark ripped that out, put it in his pocket, and in his jacket, and then eventually later on, when Lois is cold, gives the jacket to Lois. Lois, while looking at the tabloids, starts building a new murder board. Reaches into her pocket, finds this, and goes, "Is Clark Kent Superman?" And I'm like, okay, that's kind of good. Mind you, yeah, we probably wouldn't have gotten that cool ass scene if we were just done what I said in episode 2, which was just have Lois and Gus immediately go, Clark? Like, immediately as soon as Superman saves them, I'm like, there you go, you would have saved the law out of trouble. And boom, done. But yeah, and let me see, Amazo, all the Kryptonian tech, Amazon, it comes up. Amazo Labs will be run by Alex, aka Lex. Man-made a prepare. Oh yeah, the suit, how it comes on is like a symbiote almost too. I'm like, huh, interesting. Which I kind of had some. Anyways, never mind. Lois knocking out Lex, cheater. Oh yeah, this dude gets mad when Lois and them turn off the force field. Actually, wait, I might just say it. Oh, it's right here. Oh, no. Yeah.
Peter!
I'm like, really? Soups is badass. Lex will attack. Clark gave her the jacket with the picture in it. Oh, yeah, and then Gus is also, or Jimmy Gus, is also feeling like as the third wheel, which, yeah, he kind of is, on this whole date thing when Lois and Clark leave him behind at one point. Which that's going to be a cool thing to see later. But, yeah. This episode is really cool. And again, I don't care what anyone says. This suit is badass as all hell. This parasite suit, it's so badass. Which actually, now I'm thinking about parasite symbiote, I can kind of see. Because, yeah, they make it very symbiote-like when it, like, attaches to him. Actually, wait, does it show when... No, it don't, like, show that. All right. But, yeah, I love this. And again, I love
people
the...
are getting hurt.
It's cute seeing you obsess over a story.
That's adorable. I love it. But yeah, these two are adorable. I love this show so much. I want to see how the next episode is. Because a lot of people went against Lois really hard. And I'm like, why? Because, I don't know. Because here's the thing about, like, at least the Amber one. And this is why I was so pissed off about the Amber one. Was 100%. Amber is in the goddamn wrong. 100% in the goddamn... Here's the thing. If the Amber's in the right if she did not know her boyfriend was a superhero. 100% that would have immediately solved that. That would have 100% been immediately, okay, he's a superhero. Oh shit, this broke. Sorry, but 100%, okay, I don't know he's a superhero. He always runs off and leaves me to die. He's kind of an asshole. I'm going to break up with him. 100% understood. Other side of that is, oh my god, he's a superhero. Or like now it's like, I don't know he's a superhero, whatever. It's like, oh, I know he's a superhero. He's going to save lives. How dare he go save people's lives? How dare he go do that and not tell? How dare he hide a secret identity? And like, I hate her. I hate Amber. I want to see how this plays out because I love Lois. 100% I love Lois. And we know that she, like, now knows, it's spoilers at the end, she does figure out that Clark Kent, yes, is Superman. So now I want to know how is that going to play out? How is this going to play out in this scenario? Because they do like each other, 100%. They even consider this a date. They got a good story out of this. And, like, now she knows. But the thing is, she also knows, I'd hope, that, yeah, he's here to help. Just to help. That's it. He's just trying to help people. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please share my videos. Hopefully enjoy this. And just my thoughts on this. I'll be making some more. I'll probably make the next episode. But I'll probably upload Dragon Prince first before I do that. But anyways, thanks for watching your videos. Hopefully enjoy this. Yeah, I'm going to start making videos again. Thanks for watching, and we will. See you later. God, I'm like, I want to watch it, but like, I'm like, man, I hope it doesn't. I'm hoping they don't mess it up because and I'm going to bring up stuff in the next one, I know 100%, because there are characters I love because again, I love the idea of, yeah, the close friend group or family knows who the superhero is because that changes dynamics and also doesn't have the same deal. I need to hide my secret identity. Bullshit that I hate a lot of the times from like some people I love. It's like, shut up. God damn it. Anyways, thanks for watching your videos. Hope you enjoy this, and we will. See you later. Superman is so badass though. And yeah, I love him way more as a symbol for hope and peace rather than like some murderer killer or whatever. That makes Superman a badass. I love him. And also, again, Evangelion armor suits. I love that a lot. Especially because that's Kryptonian tech. So hell yeah.